Thursday, I love Thursday. It's almost like Friday, except it's one day before. Thursday, it's one day before Friday, and Friday is my favorite day. Saturday's not bad either. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the show, everybody. Glad you're all here. That is my latest song coming out. It's called Thursday, parentheses, one day before Friday. You can find it on Spotify as of right now. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what that is. Good to see you guys. Glad you guys are here. Let's see who's in the chat room. We got Tracy was first one in here. Jackal, what up, buddy? Let's give some love to the person that keeps me on time, Mr. Big Doug Millionaire. Let's give some love to Shell6969, always in there, always dedicated, forever in the chat room. Duncan, nice to see you. Keyed Up BDM, very good to see you. What area of the parks are you at today? Kendall Hill, hello there. Neo Del Rio is talking straight pizza today. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. SJ rather, Straight Jack. Would you rather me call you Straight Jack? Let's see. We got Big Doug, Clarkson, Obi-Wan Cannoli. Hello there, Robert, Fascinio. Kupo J is here. Frog and Molly. Did I get everybody? Slime Bag Ireland Mode McKelly is in there. That's a great name. Slime Bag McKelly. Ireland Mode McKelly. Slime Bag McKelly. Is that everybody? I'm going slowly through all of these. You guys are actually quite active. Jay Corn's in there. Yeah, I think that's everybody. I did good. Not bad today. Not bad. Well, hey, Norm's here. What up, Norm? I missed Norm. TTV, I missed him. That's it. I think I got them all. Welcome, everybody. We're glad to see you. Let me turn on Tom's microphone. What up, buddy? Did you hear my Thursday song?
Yes, I did.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah. It was good.
I wrote a song for the B-Boys, but they're not going to like it. Nobody likes my dumb songs. Garrick, 3333. 4 3s. 4-3 Garrick is what I'm calling him.
All right.
He says, first time, kind of nervous here. You don't need to be nervous. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
We're all adults. Welcome. We're glad to have you, buddy. No need to be nervous at all.
He's like, this is exactly what I was nervous about,
Yeah.
and I'm getting singled out.
You're calling me out. I'll hide behind my hair, right? Yeah. I have long gray sideburns now because my sideburn hairs are growing.
Yeah.
Can you see them? I don't know if you can see them. Look,
No, yeah.
And they're long, like Hasidic Jew or woman. And my beard, look how big my beard is now. And look how long my mustache is. I'm not cutting my hair anymore. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm really going to do it. Maisie is so mad. So mad. She's like, it'll look sloppy. That's the word she used, sloppy. How good is that? Sloppy. You'll look sloppy, Daddy. I already look sloppy.
You know, it's funny. I don't think my sons have ever commented.
I think it's the difference in girls and boys universally.
Yeah.
It's not. Nobody's unique. It's the same shit. Look at this. I found this. I didn't even know I had this. This is a very first year they came out Virginity shirt, and that band blew up.
All right.
We were just talking about Casey and his band. But yeah. Let's see. Who else is...
who's Virginity?
Virginity is Casey Crawford's punk rock band. They're great. They're really good. Here, I'll play a little Virginity while we're waiting on the B-Boys to get here. That guy's super talented. Here is a little history worth repeating from... Yeah, rocks. Go support Virginity. They need the monthly listeners, even though, or buy their album. Go to Bandcamp and buy their album. This guy's a stand-up comedian. That's how we met him. We had him on the show as a stand-up comedian first, and then later, I want to say 8 years later, we had him on as a punk rock guy. Crazy. Here he is singing. Yeah, they go. Good band. Support local cool rock bands, because I think they're hard to find. Good ones are hard to find.
I need my sons to see me do something cool, like perform in a punk rock band.
You do cool stuff. They've seen a lot of the Tom and Dan stuff. That's not cool. You get up on stage or pictures of it.
They never seen it in person. They've seen...
What about you? Okay, and I am not at all, because you get fucking mad at me when I say this shit, but I'm being serious, so don't fucking get mad at me. They don't, they're not you don't think in any way, shape, or form when they see you cross a finish line that they're like, oh, that's cool. My dad's not a fucking weak piece of shit.
It seems like they're irritated that their mom dragged them out of bed.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear. I'm going to tell you something you don't want to hear, and it's going to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And don't beat me up. No matter what you do, they don't care.
No, I know.
No matter what. It doesn't matter what you do.
Well, that's what I'm mad about.
Okay, yeah. Well, I can't help you there, man.
But I think if I was...
I'm mad about that, too. Maisie, you think anything that I show Maisie that
in a punk rock band...
Wow. I have played original... pieces of music for Maisie that I played and wrote every instrument on it, right? Hey, May, check this out. This is your dad playing a punk rock song. I'm playing drums, bass, guitar, and I'm singing it. Okay.
They need to see a bunch of people.
The chat room's agreeing with me. None of them. Parents in the chat room, lend me your ears. Say a yes or no, whether you're anything you've done, and be honest. If you did do something, if you hit a home run and your kid was like, "Oh shit!"
Well, I see. Okay,
nobody's gonna do that, dude.
I see.
Kids don't. They don't fucking care about it. They care about it. They love. I know May loves me, but nothing I do is gonna impress her ever.
When players win the Super Bowl, I see them bring their kids on the field.
And bored as fuck.
And no, the kids are like,
you think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those kids. I saw Tom Brady's sons.
We should be recording this. This is an interesting thing to talk about.
They were,
but they're not normal though. They're aliens. They're little Brady's. They're aliens.
They're like this. My dad is the goddamn best.
You don't think he told them to do that?
No, I think they were legitimate. I mean, that is awesome.
Have you ever told your kids how to act? Have you ever been like, hey, when I cross this finish line, I want you motherfuckers jumping up and down?
No.
I mean, you can do that. That is a play.
No,
that is a play. I've never done it either.
I want them to be real. Fake doesn't matter.
It is real.
No. Tell them hey, you better be happy.
If you sleep with a hooker, you're still having sex.
I need them to want it
can't change.
inside.
That's like trying to get the whale to diet. He's got to want it. He's got to want it. Let me get another drink.
Well, I want him to want it. Do we know?
I do too, and I don't have it.
Maybe our guests are coming.
That happens a lot.
Are we sure it's today? Let me look.
I can double check, but I'm almost positive. Oh, shit. Oh, God, I'm in so much pain. All right. Let me find my calendar and go back in here and do some looking.
EJ just texted me that his kid was unimpressed that he played on UM. He takes his kid to...
Yeah, and his son's into football, right?
game?
Or no, he's not. His son, remember, EJ's son has the ability and is big and fast. And his son hates football. He's fuck football. Football sucks. It's lame. I like karate. I like video games and karate. I think he likes jiu-jitsu, right? Doesn't EJ's kid like jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hates football. And it makes EJ crazy.
That makes me happy.
He can be faster and better than EJ.
Now I understand why people are happy when I complain about this because when I find out EJ's kid hates football, that makes me happy.
It did make me cry. His son's so cute too.
Because
like an EJ doll.
The parents that have their kid interested in the same things they do.
Today the 16th? Is today the 16th?
Yeah. Thursday 16th.
I have Thursday at 11. Yeah. He says Thursday at 11 a.m. sounds like a plan, the 16th. So
okay. That's fine.
Unless he assumed it's the 23rd. Is that a Thursday as well? He could have gotten mixed up. Mm-hmm. And that'd be my fault for not going back to him and being like, yo, dog, he might be thinking it's the 23rd. So I'll double back with him.
Okay. All good. You probably did. And then I think, hold on. We have 11 a.m. on the 23rd open.
Okay. It'll be fine. I'll just double check with him and then whatever.
So we could just move it there.
Yep. All right. What do you want to do now?
Yeah, we just do a generic.
You want to go into one of the things we wrote down to
Yeah. I got a funny story about a Zoom call, and then I want to talk about that. I'm getting nonstop hassled from 811
Sunshine 411
call before you dig because I'm getting a bunch of emails that are like, wait, don't dig yet.
Hold on.
And I'm like, oh my God, I should have never never involve anybody. God damn it.
No,
God.
This is like me. The cop, do you want an accident report?
Yeah,
I do not. You didn't see me. I was never here. I was never in Sanford. Hold on, I'm getting something.
It's been, okay. I know it seems like I've had a lot of bumbling, foolish things that are my fault happen to me in my life that has caused problems. Of course, because that's all you've heard.
Stop. You're wasting precious angst. I need all of your angst on tape. Angst on tape. That's our new wave band. All right. Would you like to start? Here we go.
This will just be. I don't even know where this is going to go,
Make it
but
a three.
just coming back. Yeah.
Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to a corporate time. Okay.
Wow,
so
coming back hot and fast. Hold on. Let me get a cold drink.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
let me open up and insure.
And anyway, I've had this plan. I like planting trees. I like plants.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Would you may not take it quite this far, but would you say that planting plants and plants bring you joy?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I just want that on record.
Yeah. It's also calming to me for whatever reason, and I like standing in my backyard and looking at a lush.
High as hell.
Yeah. Gotta be high.
Plants and high is great. Balloons and high.
Really, whatever I'm doing, if I'm high, I'm like, this is pretty good.
Me too. I'll tell you right now, my dog
makes it better.
My dog, one balloon and some marijuana, and we're good for the afternoon.
So I've been wanting to plant these plants around, like the last side of my fence.
You're building a wall?
A wall of green.
Okay.
And then I'm also, Crystal really likes Royal Poinciana.
Is this inspired by Trump wanting to buy Greenland? Is that why you're doing this? This is your conservative.
I like green.
This is your conservatism showing.
Oh, it's all ice. Oh, S. Anyway, so it's got oil back in. Crystal likes Royal Poincianas because
what is explain what to like a non. I'm not a non-plant man.
Okay.
I just only have indoor plants because I don't have a yard.
Yeah,
So.
this is a big ass tree.
Okay.
And it's primarily, or they're most popular down south, southern Florida, just because of the climate. Although now.
You guys always got to bring your garbage from down south up here, right?
They can live up here. Yeah. It's a lot warmer than it used to be.
Always bring your garbage up here.
And they turn red, like bright red,
like a baboon's ass.
They flower like 2 times a year. You'll see them in Miami, and you'll see them up here every once in a while. But like I said, she just is nostalgic because it's a popular nostalgia. Miami tree.
Sure.
Anyway, so I want to plant one of those and then some other plants along the side of my fence. So my neighbor had chopped down a camphor tree a long time ago, and they grinded it down to the level of the yard, right?
Yeah.
So
I like to call that beer can level because all of the stumps in my backyard as a young boy would be probably ground down by one of Dad's friends, only to a level where you could still trip on it or put a beer on top of it. Like, it wasn't like...
Yeah, 100%. Well,
no.
They did. It's and the grass grew over. You can't even tell there's something there. But the problem is, I can't dig a hole to put a tree there because it's solid wood. The stump still is under the ground.
Would it be possible for you to chop a hole in the tree, fill it with dirt, and use it as a nature's pot?
Well,
has anybody done that? You should woodwork it. You should hollow it out almost like a woodworker would and make it a large tree pot.
Yeah, but
no one's done that, and that sounds good when you're high.
I need the roots to go down in between the tree. Anyway,
how big of a tree are we talking?
It was gigantic before, but I just need a guy. So I hired a company to stump grind this, and so that I could plant there. Right?
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Yeah. It also was a big turning point.
Whoa! I didn't see any posts on the BDM page.
I know.
I didn't see any. You didn't mention it to me. This is a hidden. This is like a secret
I wanted
project.
to.
You wanted to start...
I wanted to post it. That was my first... Yeah. I was like, I need a stump grinder. Go to the BDM page. Like, who's got a grinder?
Yeah. Well, you start with who's got a grinder. Yeah. If you get nobody, the second one you go, who needs pain pills? And you can get people to do anything, including sexual favors.
And but I didn't. I just called some... I just looked up on Google.
Mr. Stumpy.
I was like, who does
Thank you for calling Mr. Stumpy. This is Susan.
So called them up. Nowadays, I could tell a lot of these companies, like one of our clients back in the day, Paisley Painting. They
must have meant a lot to you.
Is
it Paisley Painter or Paisley Painter?
Whatever. It's Paisley Painted. Anyway, they do.
You're not with us anymore. I don't need to know your authenticity of your name.
They could do their quotes digitally. They don't have to do the old school person comes out, looks at it, you talk to them. I like it old school, though.
I do like it, too.
Because
I feel like you can charm them a little bit more. You can't charm a robot.
Well, it's not even
robot. If they're using Google Earth or something, I can't charm the square footage of my home. You know what I mean?
It was a person just text me. They're like, take a picture and then draw out in the picture what you want.
I don't want that. I want to be able to, no offense, but I want to be able to go like, Ohio State, all right, go Buckeyes, all right, put it here. I want to be able to chirp them up. Chirp them up.
This wasn't that. So I took a picture, I drew a line, and then I'm like, I want grinding here. And then they're like, all right, $5.75. And so I don't know what I'm not even going to bother looking up if that's a good problem. I'm like, deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to just come grind it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, just make sure there's no utilities under there. And I'm like, it's good. Anyway, this was weeks ago because they're far out. Anyway, so...
People don't say that anymore. Far out.
Whatever.
It's far out.
What I'm saying, the work has got to be scheduled far out from when I called. Anyway, so Crystal, I told her the other day.
This is your problem.
What?
What you're about to tell me.
Because I told Crystal.
Correct.
Yeah. Just do it myself.
Yeah.
I know. I'm getting I'm.
Do it in your mind. No,
closer.
don't even make it audible. In your mind, everything in your mind.
Yeah.
I've started out 2025 because, I have a tendency to complain sometimes. Not quite as bad as Seth, and other people that have worked here, but I'll complain. 2025, all in my brain. The family says I'm completely changed. They're like, he doesn't talk anymore. It's because I'm complaining in my mind.
The problem is I don't trust myself to completely look at all the details I may be missing.
You want a second pair of eyes.
Yeah.
And Crystal's smart. Why wouldn't you? You guys are a tag team.
Well, it's like I'll tell you things that I'm doing just so I can say it out loud.
Yeah, talk it through. We do it all the time. I do it to you.
And
I was talking at my hips this morning about, like, I'm going to this and I'm going to do this. I'm really just talking it out so you might catch something that I didn't catch, and you'd be like, red flag. Hold on, Dan.
Yeah. Another set out. Yeah, just like you said. And because I miss a lot of details and I tend to do things haphazardly and fast.
Quick.
Not quick.
Yeah, you're quick.
And I just want it done now.
Yeah.
And not really the right way.
But you also overthink things. So it's straight. You're a crazy. You're an insane person.
So then Crystal's like, make sure that there's no utilities. And I'm like,
I don't even know what utilities encompasses. What is a utilities?
Cable line, some sort of
you can hit the cable line.
Power lines.
That one you don't want to hit.
Because I don't have, like, there are underground power lines. Like, my power goes underground. But I'm pretty sure from digging in my yard for years that I know where, like, it comes from here and not on the side of my fence line.
You're a man.
Yeah. And
every man should know his yard.
And I'm like, there's nothing under this giant camphor tree. You know, I don't think this thing's been here for 30 years. And
well, they put the wires there, and then they put the camphor tree seed on top of the wires, and then the camphor seed wires push the wires the seed push the wires all the way down.
But and then Crystal's like, well, what about the storm drain? That's right.
I don't even know what that does. What is this? I don't even know what that is.
Well, it takes the storm water from my street and it takes it back to behind my house.
What do I care if I dig through? It's not mine. It's the government. They'll fix it.
Okay, well, I don't know. Well, if you completely destroy it, I think they'll be like,
nah, you're not going to destroy it. You're just, put a little hole in it,
And then so Crystal's like, make sure that they don't, they bring in equipment, they're grinding, they damage the storm drain in the city.
This is stuff I would have never thought of. Yeah, you own that house, dig it up.
So, well, I don't own the storm drain, and then
they shouldn't have put it there. That's your property. Get your storm drain the hell off my property, government.
I think they'll sue you eventually or force you to pay for it.
Well, that's when you get your guns out, and that's when you close all the blinds and you have yourself just a good old fashioned Volusia County standoff.
Mainly, I don't want to hear it from Crystal.
Now, this is the
I don't care about the law.
You could have jumped right to this. I understand that. This I understand.
I don't care about anything else really than having, because I have to live with this lady.
Why'd you have me waste my time?
She won't give me what I want.
I know you.
And then she also will just yelling at me the whole time. I have to pay for it so much. I don't want this. So anyway, she's like, you better figure it out. You better not screw this up. And then I
love that every morning you're left with, like, the boss that turns and goes, it better be done when I get back, you moron. And then you're like,
No, I'm just mad. I'm not scared.
I'm not scared. You sound like a refugee.
I'm just mad that I have to do this instead of
No, I'm not that scared.
Like, I want to do it the laziest way.
So what'd you do?
I want to take a chance. I want to they're only digging 2 feet. I'm like, they're not going to hit the storm drain.
Well, why does she
I bet the storm drain is deep as hell.
I guess my question would be, doesn't she get tired of...
she's real tired.
Well, no, but then why doesn't she just do it? Because she knows you're not going to do it, right?
No,
so it's surprising that she leaves you with the test. It's a test.
Yeah, no, she doesn't want to do it. And I think
it's the ultimate test. It's an Indiana Jones puzzle test.
I think deep inside she wants me to screw it up because she's somehow been trained to like being mad at me.
No, if you screw it up, then it's really you. Nothing's changed and you're not cheating on her. Because if you screw it up, it's the same old Tom.
Anyway.
If you got it right, you're cheating on her.
So I was like, I've never done this and involved any, like, I've never got permits for anything. I'm Miami. I don't like permits. I think insurance.
You can't even say the word right, really. It's weird. You're like, permit.
I was also raised to distrust the government by my pop-pop. Sure. He just, like, don't involve them and never call them.
You're Castleberry's Elian Gonzalez.
Yeah. He's old school Republicans. They don't like the cops. That's a new school Republican thing.
Yeah, that's why none of it makes sense anymore. All you guys have it wrong.
Yeah, my pop-up didn't like any authority. You don't want the cops. The Park Service, he had a fight, like generational fight with the Everglades Park Service.
I can't even say what he thought of park rangers. Oh my God, hated him.
Yeah, like the Everglades Park Rangers and the fans had fighting. Like they fought for like 25 years.
Long-standing feud. Didn't your grandfather kill a boat cop one? I thought he murdered a boat cop. It was
they tried to put him in jail.
It was self-defense.
Yeah. They
blew a boat cop's head off.
They were fighting anyway. So I would go on Google. I'm like, what do you do before you dig? How do you find out?
Oh, I got the commercial. The law for you.
I like the first two. Once you said it's you didn't even have to ask that. You left that out. I don't give a damn.
The music's awesome in that too.
I do like Fast and Free. That's all
Fast and Free.
So I called them this morning. Remember when you were talking? I'm like, I'm on the phone.
You yelled at me.
I'm on hold.
Yeah, you did. You're like, I'm on hold with somebody. You M-word. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'll get back to just making something.
And I'm skeptical of this whole process. I'm like, no way, this is free. There's some sort of loophole.
That ain't even. It's only 3 numbers. That ain't how phone numbers work. It's at least 7 numbers on the phone number.
So called 811. And then they started filling out paperwork. And they're
Who
like,
did?
the lady on the line.
You got a real human being? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They wanted me to do it online, but I'm like, I want to talk to someone.
Oh my God, you are an old man now.
And so,
my God, you signal tech that. You didn't want to do it on. I could have done it online in like 5 minutes for you.
So I'm trying to explain to the lady, like from my knowledge, there's nothing underneath this tree. It's on the left side of my house, but I know where there is cable lines.
Hold on a second. You didn't say this part.
Okay. I don't want to tell anybody. There's cable lines in the back.
Well, now you're just a liar. Originally when I said this, I didn't want to say it because it's the truth and it would change your opinion of me and the situation.
But it's farther away from the stump. Like it's a good 20 feet from the stump. There is like a crossroads of cable lines. All my neighbors' cable intersect in the back, and there's just like little box, a utility box back there. And but I know
they call it the dig of death box.
I know where my cable line, it goes through the middle of my yard because I've cut it multiple times when I was cutting up irrigation lines.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah. So I'd cut the cable and then they lose internet and Chris will yell at me. Yeah. Anyway, this is part of the I've done this multiple times.
When I said cut the cord, I didn't mean actually cut it.
And then we didn't, we stopped getting cable, and then I was like chop it up crazy. So anyway,
did she know that was you?
So I called 811, and they're like, okay, filled out the form. I tried to explain. She's like, I don't need this information. Your form has been filled out, and now you're gonna have.
How long do you gotta wait? You want to do this quick?
Well,
I don't have time to wait for you to fly a drone over my house or pull up the schematics. I need to know in 12 hours.
So she started listing off all these companies. I'm like, I don't think any of these companies are relevant to me.
What, you going to pick a company within network or something?
No,
like insurance?
I'll send out an alert to all these companies, like this guy is digging, and
he's a maniac.
He's an idiot.
Idiot digging.
And now I'm getting email after email from companies, and they're saying, caution.
Go dig, you idiot.
That's what they're telling me. They're like, watch out. They're like,
help.
They're like, be careful. You, whatever you sent us.
Dearest idiot, we understand that you want to do some digging in your backyard. Please do not.
From the form, there may be some utilities. Don't do nothing until we get out there. And I'm like, oh God.
How do you get them out there though? Are they scheduled to come out?
I don't know.
And you got to let them in. It's in your backyard. They can't just hop the fence.
So
this is a mess.
Of course it's a mess. That's why I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to call the goddamn tree guys, pain pill guys, and then they come out. They don't give a damn. They'll just dig it up.
Yeah.
And then it's fine.
And if they hit something, they'll just be like, we hit something. I'll be like, all right, don't tell my wife and get the hell out of here.
They won't even tell me. They don't want the hassle.
Yeah, you'll be walking back there, you'll fall through a mine shaft.
And then they'll dig it up. Most likely it's fine. And then I'll plant my trees. And then I got all these companies are like, stop. And then I'm like, no, it's fine. I think you're thinking about something else. Because they're used to.
What did Crystal say, or did you not tell her?
Oh, I'm not telling her nothing. I'm never telling her nothing. Again.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
I'm doing this myself. I'll tell you and the listeners.
You can tell me and the listeners.
Yeah.
Because they don't listen.
Oh, they don't care. They want me to fail.
I don't tell Andrea anything about because she asks all these questions. Like I go for my hips to the doctor, and she asks all these dumb questions. Did you get a referral? I'm like, wasn't the appointment for a goddamn referral? What'd you think I did?
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Your hips.
Man. Yeah, it's bad.
You're getting the hip replacement.
Yeah, it looks like I gotta get it replaced. Both of them actually, and thankfully, a lot of listeners have actually emailed me, and there are a ton of listeners that have had either this type of surgery or something very close to it.
Yeah.
Like some sort of an issue with their hips. So yeah, I got to go meet the surgeon in March and talk about, like, I guess he's probably going to want to do his own films or X-rays or whatever, and then I'll schedule it and get it done, and then probably do the other one.
So, and they said it was a fast recovery.
I'm going with a different style. Yeah, it's like you could be walking like into the afternoon.
Okay.
And then maybe I think full recovery, like 4 weeks.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. You're still moving around. You're just not. You know, of course, anybody who's done physical therapy, it sucks and it's hard. But as long as you do the stuff that you're supposed to do, typically it's a good deal.
Yeah. And I have noticed though that in my 40s I heal slower.
Oh yeah. I mean, more like
I've had.
This is probably gonna put me in the coffin. I'm thinking.
No,
much like a Kanye West mom. I'm gonna have him do some other stuff while I'm in there too.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna have him add my gold tooth while they're doing my hips.
Could they add some length?
Yeah, I'm gonna get extended hips.
I mean,
I'm gonna get hips plus.
Can you put another,
put an extra stitch in it?
A couple more inches, they won't call me the M word anymore.
It's absolutely true.
I'm too close to the M word.
There's a chance. Now think about this. There's a chance just because they're putting new parts in there.
Yeah.
That I gain a little bit of height, just because of that.
Yeah,
like my old bones are all grinded down. I may not even be 5'2". They put real hips in there. 6 foot. Bam! Bam!
You come here long.
Yeah, I'm long. I got to change my camera and everything. And my body geometry is all weird. I'm like inward on the top, and I'm like a George Marathon on the bottom. Yeah, I got the long, lanky bus decker legs.
Are they putting metal in you?
I have no idea.
Or is it plastic?
I have no idea. No, none. Absolutely no idea. Do you want me to tell you?
If they put metal, then you'll have to, like, anytime you fly, you have to be like, I've got metal, set off the...
Just like you, I'm not going to tell them.
No, well, you set off the metal detectors. And
I'm just going to waste everybody's time. I mean, I don't know what it is, man. I got nothing. Then I'm going to yell discrimination. But, like, here, I will tell you something that happened to me while I was making the appointment that is awkward, and I'm not even sure how to handle it. I handled it, but I still felt guilty and terrible. The lady that called, like when you get a referral from your doctor, normally they'll call you.
Yeah.
So the office was calling me to set up the appointment. So I've been on my phone. Like, it sucks that these days scam artists can, spoof the number or the area that you're going to get phone calls that you're expecting in. Like I got a ton of...
Every scam call I get is 407-321,
They all say Winter Park. They don't say spam likely. It's just Winter Park. I pick it up, whoop, and I'm like, oh, it's there. It's them.
Yeah.
But so I'm answering the phone all day long, and then I answer one, and I get a woman, like a woman my age or a little bit older, with the heaviest Spanish accent of any person I've ever talked to on the phone, trying to actually get me.
Okay.
Like very, very super heavy. Like the heaviest. It's definitely... And no offense to this lady, but you needed a little more time. You need to practice more.
Well, it shouldn't be taken as offensive if your accent is so thick that people can't understand you.
Correct.
And it's like, no, I don't mean to offend you, but it's like if you can't understand, like, I don't know what to do.
Well, I'm talking to the lady, and then so this is, now mind you, this is, the health organization, and this is just their scheduling department. Well, she starts changing the referral of what my doctor wanted me to go to. Like, my doctor looked at all the surgeons and said, well, for what you have, it's pretty specific. We need to go with this guy who does these kind of like weird cases, right? So that's why I got that specific referral. But the lady on the line, through what I'm listening to, I can barely understand that she's saying, I have to change your referral. She's like, I have to change your referral. I can't have you give this referral. And I'm like, well, why are you changing it? You're the scheduling people. You don't have that authority, do you? Like, I guess they do.
Well, she's probably like, it doesn't matter. Their doctor just referred you to whoever anyway.
It kind of felt like that, man.
I know how this industry works. He just referred you and then made up a reason why. I'll change it. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But you're like, I'm in this to believe that this is legitimate.
Right. Yeah,
So,
well, like for me also too, it's like it doesn't.
And you care about my health.
Yeah, it doesn't lead me as I guess like a high anxiety patient. It doesn't leave me with a good taste in my mouth. It doesn't make me feel confident about what you're doing to me and my body when I can't understand what you're saying. So I finally asked the lady, I'm like, I hate to say this, and I've never said this in being alive 48 years. I was like, can you give me to somebody that maybe I can understand their accent a little bit better?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. And then she put me on hold, and she sounded completely defeated. And then I felt completely defeated and sad.
Yeah.
And then she gave me to like some sweet, like younger girl, and the younger
You're
girl,
as bad as Dog the Bounty
I
Hunter.
felt as bad as Dog the Bounty Hunter, and I too wanted to be buried with the dead slaves. But I and on the line, and then the lady I got. Now I am projecting. I'm just going to use my imagination to paint what I got on the line. I got a young girl, late 20s. Who picked up the line because she knew she was talking to the old racist man who needs a hip transplant who can't talk to the Spanish lady.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like because she was like, hello, can I help you? I'm like, oh, my God, what have I done? I should have just fought through it. You tell me to do that. You're like, no, path of least resistance. Fight through
just
it.
take whatever they give you.
If they're like, we have to change your to a new doctor. Yep, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And then if you show up and then that is a different doctor, just go to him.
So
it doesn't matter.
And so the lady is like, she's telling me now that she has to change my referral, and I'm like, you guys can't do that. You're the scheduling. Like, I didn't know you had the authority to just refer me to a different doctor. Do you know the doctor? You're the lady answering the phone. You're not a physician, right? So then she was like, sir, like, I guess because, I have a tendency to get a little, I'm a little animated, I guess.
Sir, you're yelling the N-word.
I was not. Why would you even say that? So then she says, we go back and forth. She gets it scheduled, and then I hang up. But it's like one of those things where I'm like,
oh, now you're flagged.
I do exactly. I feel like
now you're flagged.
Now we're gonna spit on his hip when we put it, just like we would at Burger King.
Sprinkle some pubes in there.
Open him up. His hip's open. All right. Sprinkle the pubes on it. Oh God! Every time I go for a jog, I can feel the pubes rattling around in my hip. You know what I mean? That is what I feel like. Does that make me crazy?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
is this segment called Tom and Dan Are Crazy? We both give an example of why we're crazy.
So now, did they?
Oh God, the chat room saying that. They're like, that's definitely on your chart. But what was I supposed to do? Look, I'm a nervous patient. I have anxiety. I'm in so much blank pain. No one even understands how much blank pain. Well, if you have hip problems or severe back pain, you get it.
That Spanish lady understood. Too bad you couldn't understand her.
I know. She was very sweet. And why is she on the front lines? And how many times a day does somebody have to ask to be given to the younger lady? And how many times a day does the younger lady give some sort of passive-aggressive, you're racist tone to the person on the line? Oh, God, what have I done?
Now, do you know anything about the surgery as far as, is it a big incision? Like, because I imagine they have to put some sort of puck.
I know nothing about it, dude. Like, honestly.
It's not.
Because the more I'll read, the more I'll get lightheaded and want to pass out.
Like, I had a surgery on my labrum in my shoulder.
You had a labia reduction.
And it was orthoscopic. So there's 3 little tiny 2-stitch incisions, and they went in there with a robot. But I don't think if they have to install something in your hip, I imagine they have to, cut it open, right? Like it's not orthoscopic.
I think they do have to cut you open because don't they have to put something in there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it has to be a big incision.
Don't I get a device I want a device of some sort. Chat room is Kupo nailed exactly what I was thinking. They probably deal with a ton of Spanish speaking only type people, and that's what that lady's for. But you should probably just set her up for success by not having her call people that aren't Spanish speaking because that's not fair to her.
Yeah.
You're wasting her time. God, I hate stupid people. Not her. The people in charge.
But I'm
scared. Yeah, I'm a little worried about it because it's going to be a lot of therapy and it's going to be months of I'm going to get one done and hopefully that'll be good, and then I'll get the other one done and hopefully that'll be good. But everybody I've talked to, any BDM that's messaged me has said nothing but good things that when they've gotten it done.
Yeah, well, if it fixes the problem and the pain, you just might as well get it done, you know?
Damn, J.
so you
Corn.
can move on.
Okay, I may not be able to. If I pass out while reading this, just pick me up and kiss my forehead.
Okay.
J. Corn says, my sister had her hip done. They cut off your ball joint. When they want to screw the new titanium one back on, the surgeon cracked her femur like an old rotted board. Dude just wrapped wire around it to put it back together and didn't tell her. She still isn't right. Oh, okay, well, that's good to know.
Well, why
he
would
wrapped
you say
wire
that?
around? Like what? Like, so he went, because that's what I'm worried about. I think I got brittle hips because I was a premature baby.
Nah,
I think I got the, the guy in
accidents,
300.
I mean, things happen.
You know the guy in 300 that gets way horny in the orgy, and then
the monster,
the incel, the crazy incel,
the mutant.
Yeah, the mutant. I am the 300 mutant, and I have his hips. And they're gonna go to screw in my hips, and they're gonna break it off like an old rotted board. Then he's gonna wrap wire around it. Then I'm gonna go to the wheelchair at the beginning of the end. Then pretty soon there's gonna be a ginormous picture of me printed by fast signs at some church, and you guys are all standing around drinking Coors Lights and talking about the guy that was.
No, again, I'm sure, they have had, just like in this person's case, problems and...
Oh, now Andrea's fighting with the people in the chat room that said that, because she's saying she really needs to get this done.
So you stop bothering her?
Yes, I stop bothering her.
Daniel's driving Andrew crazy.
I am driving crazy.
Quit telling him. Just say everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. It's not. Now
statistically,
it is.
What?
That's why I like Jay. He tells me the truth. See, the listeners are on my side.
Fear-mongering.
It's you and my wife that are conspiring against me. My wife, Maisie, you. Crystal's my buddy. But Crystal and all the listeners are my only friends. You, my wife, Maisie, you're all against me.
No. You're fine. They do this all the time. This is, easy surgery.
I have been told that
10,000 of these.
Yeah, I have been told it's fairly easy, but it's concerning. Like, it is a marker, and anybody can identify with this. It is a marker of time that nobody wants to face.
Yeah.
You
look at it as you want the problem fixed, and then a year, it'll be better.
I got to move my body. I can't stand not being able to ride my bike.
Well, that's the worst part, because if
I was riding my bike every single day,
you can't strengthen yourself, then this is going to just get worse and worse.
It is getting worse. Up until 2 months ago, I was riding the Peloton at least 5 times a week.
Yeah. We're not getting better as we age, so the only thing you can do is fight against it.
Yep.
Don't go easily into that dark night. Interstellar.
Oh, I love. Hey, that was good. That's like the best one you've ever done. Let's close out with a couple of voicemails, because we neglected doing that. I really enjoyed that. That's good. That was really good. Let's go with this one right here. Oh, if you would like to leave us a voicemail, we always love getting your questions, your comments. If you got something on your mind that you'd like to get our opinion on, show@tomandan.com for emails, or you can call 1-844-TOMNDAN. Leave a message that way, or use the mediocre messages button on our free Tom and Dan app.
Hey, so everybody's pretty open on this show. You guys have never hid from it. So I just had a question. Tom, after you unlock the bathroom door and walk out, and Dan, after your trip to the Netherlands, is old Spanky drained and how do you say this? Is your meat super shriveled and just you squeezed all the life out of it? Can't be the only one. Just checking in. All right, love you.
The hell are you talking about, sir? Do you know how biology works? Do you understand what's happening? I like someone not understanding what.
I don't understand my hips. I have no idea how they work. I don't even want to look it up.
How their genitals work. And then if it's just hey, when it's done, I just said, we'll just go down.
Imagine this guy. This guy's 35 years old. He thinks his balls are filled with pee. You know what I mean? I love that. I think that's fantastic.
No, I think he's talking about.
No, I know. I'm just saying
hand.
in general.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
I don't do any of that at work. I don't do any of that in. I have never gone to a bathroom other than the one in my home, and never done anything that would be considered spicy if you're picking up what I'm laying down. I don't do that. I don't need to do it that bad. And I know I've said and claimed that I'm the horniest person on the show, but I've never been walking the mall and been like, well, I need to pop in the bathroom here and, get some aggression out. Yeah. Don't need to do that. So I have self-control.
I was thinking, I see every once in a while on TikTok, it'll pop up where Dana White is talking to some, like, he's all into, like, biohacking and stuff, and it'll be like, I'm never gonna go ever see a doctor again for my general health, because
I don't know about that. I mean, you can do both, right?
Yeah. Well, also, it's like,
why do you need to eliminate the doctor?
You're insanely rich, so
just get an opinion.
There's other avenues you can go to. For the poor, we have to see a doctor for our general health because we don't have we don't have access to the top people in the health industry that are in the private sector that we could talk to and just text on the phone like, hey, is this you know what I'm saying, like you do. But anyway, so but his point is a larger point in that it falls into the way our health industry works here in the United States. It's privatized, and it leans towards the money, right? And that's where there's a lot of problems where it's like, do you care about my health or do you care about the money? Now, a lot of healthcare providers do both, right? And do actually care about their patients. Some don't. You have some Tom Vans in there that just care about the money. And then especially if you go through hundreds and hundreds of patients and this business is running, it starts falling into your patient is just some other customer, and you just put them through the rigmarole of insurance, and then get them the follow-up appointments.
I mean, I guess you're helping. I guess air quotes. I guess you're helping. You're putting them in the.
But it's a protocol of the business that, of course, has to run because that's how our industry works.
Right.
So we fall into this problem where a lot of people, and I would suggest to everybody, you have to be responsible for your own well-being and the care you're being given, and keep track.
Been that way. It's always been that
way.
Do
your own research and look at it, and then make sure that the people you're going to are catching everything, and you can't have full faith that
but it's always
they
been that
will
way.
Give you 100. That it'll be,
It's just like there's some illusion, right?
It became
money. But along the line, it became some sort of illusion that you didn't have to do your due diligence or add in your level of critical thinking to whatever's happening, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there have been times when I've caught problems, just in my own health that my doctor didn't even know, right? I mean, a lot of people can say that.
Yeah, but
they're human too. So I mean,
but then you have other issues. I mean, there's a million problems, and it's so complicated. There's no easy fix. But then you got like Seth. He's coming in soon, and he's going to tell us about some other hypochondria issue, which I'm sure is prevalent throughout the healthcare industry, where a lot of healthcare providers get used to hypochondriacs coming into their whatever doctor's office, whatever it is, like worrying about something that's nothing. And then they constantly tell me you're fine, or like a lot of this, and then they're like, oh, whatever. They look at a Seth, they're like, he wants another MRI where he's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
I'll just give it to him.
My doctor won't do that though. My lady's a little different. Like, I even had a little bit of this, like when, we were talking about my hips and, and the amount of Celebrex I'm on, right? Because I'm on this anti-inflammatory because the pain is just insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
And, you're like on 200 milligrams twice a day. She's like, oh, that's a ton. We got to test your kidneys. And I'm like, for someone like me to hear that's not just kind of put it in perspective of people that don't have hypochondria. Like when you hear something like that, you don't hear, oh, it's protocol. She needs to test this. You've been on a minute. Of course, she needs to test this to get more information. She's going to do a metabolic panel, just like any doctor would before they do anything because it's been 3 years since you've had blood work, right? I don't hear that. What I hear is she has to test my kidneys. I need a kidney transplant. I'm dying.
Yeah, you're dying already. Of kidney failure.
And it's hard to explain that to people because I think there is the joke because it is hilariously funny to hear that. It's hilarious to think that.
Yeah.
There is a very funny part. In fact,
It is.
I
I
can see you. Yeah, I can see you holding back some of your own.
As soon as you
natural
told me
smile.
that weeks ago, I was like, this guy is freaking out about his kidneys now every day. Poor Andrea, torturing Andrea.
Every morning I wake up and I'm like, first thing I think about, my eyes open, I'm like, kidneys.
Yeah. And so eyes are yellow. We've been through it.
Oh yeah.
But
well, that's my liver. I got that too.
It's funny because
And stomach cancer. I got that too.
This is how I think. When I hear that, I'm like, you just want to bilk the insurance company for a kidney test because it checks some sort of box that you know that you could bilk it for a kidney test. You're not. If you were gonna bet on it as a doctor that my kidneys were in trouble or fine,
which way would you go?
You would bet fine, and I bet
it's within the normal FDA range.
I bet you would put it at a 95%. But that 5%, you could do the test. You're doing it for the money.
Paid. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
It may not be that. But that's the way. Yeah, just of course, where it's not kidney failure, you're fine. But I look at it as the money. You're just, you just something checked the box, and now you can make more money. And and then you're friends with the the MRI or the sonogram. You're all partners, and you're sending business to each other. It's a network of business.
Network of business.
Anyway, I have
let's try this one right here on the topic of magazines.
Hey, Tom and Dan, remember the 90s and the 80s and how easy it was to get a magazine and get that postcard in the middle of it, and you'd fill it out for one of your friends' parents, and they would start to receive mail that they did not want? Man, those were some good times, just thinking about that. And my wife's telling me how she signed her friends up for a in-home trial for Miracle Ear. Man.
I would like to laugh.
Before the internet,
she's still laughing at that prank she played. I like
run
that.
amok.
Okay, there we go. Do you remember doing any of that?
No, I never was interested in the mail.
Been a little too young to really catch that. That's a little more my speed, I think. Yeah, we would do that, but normally what you would do is you'd pull those out of like adult magazines, like XXX magazines.
Yeah.
And then you'd fill it out for like the gayest magazine you could find.
They have things online that I see where they'll you could send someone it says on the outside like big gay cruise. And that's what it says on the outside of the package. There's nothing on the inside, and just they'll put you could send that in the mail to someone, and they'll put it in the front of your door like an Amazon package, and then all your neighbors are like, he's going on a big gay cruise.
It gets me. Right?
But they're all that.
Should we do that? Should we start sending all of our Tom and Dan t-shirts in a box that says like,
yeah, we
AIDS
could
test. What could we do?
I think pranking our own listeners for buying our merch.
Let's ask the chat room. Let's ask listeners. If you have an idea, if you start ordering Tom and Dan t-shirts, we got some new stuff we're going to be rolling out very, very soon. Some stickers and shirts and hats and stuff. If you were ordering stuff, what would you want the bag and or box to say?
Yeah, because we could put anything.
We could put anything on there.
Yeah, we could have Eric. Although it's a whole lot of extra work to put. Big gay cruise on all our boxes.
We'll just have them write it by hand. Which will look crazier. Like if you get a box that handwritten, it says AIDS test on it, delivered to your door, that's creepy.
The only thing I catch now are the Amazon delivery packages because they're just put in front of the door.
Yeah.
Like the general mail, I never pay attention to, and I never have.
You're fancier than me on that. You win.
I never have.
Well, you win that one because it's directly to your door. I have to walk to one of those big communal boxes like an animal.
Oh yeah. I forgot it. Yeah. And then they don't put any even big packages. They put them.
We have a box.
Some big box.
Yeah, we have a big box that like they can put a package in it. So if something gets delivered, it's usually like you get another key.
Yeah. For a big box delivery.
I feel kind of fancy when I do that though.
Yeah. Well,
it's fun. It's a double adrenaline dump, right? It's like you get the key, so you get a little bit of adrenaline, and then when you open the box, you get the rush. So you get like a little bit, a little bit extra. We got to get out of here, buddy. Anything to plug you sign up to be a BDM if you're not one. I'm actually planning a tiny Twitch party Not that signing up to be a BDM has anything to do with Twitch, but for the Twitch guys, we're going to plan like a little pinball pizza party here at the studio. So if you've ever wanted to check out the studio, join our Twitch page, participate in the chat, and we'll get you down here for a little pinball party. Also, we're doing BDM Appreciation Week in April. The stickers we have planned for that, some of the logos and stuff that we have planned for that is going to be killer. We're going to be really cool. We've been doing this for the past few years where we do a $5 BDM shirt. And then we're throwing in extra stuff from sponsors. We tried to get it to $1. Prizes. Yeah. We tried to get it to $1. Thanks, Biden. Thanks a lot. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. And so we do that in April. We'll put the shirts up for sale end of March. And, who's this? Thanks for calling a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Who's this?
This is Derek Dunn again.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's on your mind?
I was just calling to plug the local Southern Illinois bowling alley there. I do a lot of selling and merchandising up out of the building there, and I figured I'd give them a holler.
All right. So you're calling to plug the local what bowling alley?
Ludwig's Pub Bowling Alley, Salem, Illinois.
That sounds fun as hell. I want to go to Ludwig's Pub in Illinois.
Now, I'm a little skeptical, sir, because, majority of our audience,
Central Florida.
Central Florida. We do have some in Illinois.
Free advertisement. This guy's smart. This guy's smart.
I don't know.
Your shot.
You know that, right?
Yeah. I'm just a big fan there, and I figured I'd call in. And, down here in Southern Illinois, we got a lot of things going on. Big pizzas down there and open lanes constantly. And I'm currently a 40-year-old up-and-coming bowler and looking to get my name out there.
All right.
You also, is this the first time we've ever actually talked to AI? AI. Did you know AI was a fat Illinois bowler?
I think this may be AI calling us.
Are you AI? Wait, are you calling from the future?
Well, I tell you what.
That's a yes.
We're talking about it. If we're talking about the future, then you're probably going to be seeing me here for too long. I'll be on the PBA circuit.
All right.
What the hell is happening? I love this.
So first, you sound way older than 40, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And second,
you're a little huffy puffy, if you know what I mean. A little out of breath.
How good of a bowler are you?
Oh, I got an average of about 136. Like I said, I'm an up-and-comer there.
You better get
the
work.
Really like to oil them legs up and get them lubed up so you never know how they're going to roll.
Lubed up. All right, thank you for calling. Is that Ross? That was Ross trying a new character.
Is that a new character?
It's a good one. I got
Illinois bowler.
Yeah, the horny Illinois bowler. I like that one. That was a good character. Add that to add it to the R team, right? The Illinois bowler, the Illinois up and coming bowler with an average of 136. I can bowl that. I can bowl a 136.
What the hell is going on? All right,
let's get out of here.
We will see you tomorrow.
That was hilarious. Ending on something that stupid. Hey, thanks for calling, Illinois bowler man.
Yeah, that was funny.
He kept his composure.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking? Yes, I'm thinking about putting that for Monday 3 and 4 for this Monday, and then possibly moving John Graham to the. Let me see.
No, it's fine. I'll do it right now. Well, I can at least save it in there and then move John. Because just because that was super funny. Are we done? Are we taking a lunch break? Yes. And we're back a little before 1? Yes. Oh, really, Norm? You got to have a second list. That's crazy. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. That was really funny. That was a low-key, just a really stupid, weird thing. We're kind of getting that vibe lately. I like it. I like it when we do the phone calls. Guys,